Hi everyone, this is Dr. Sarala. Welcome to Millet Magic.
Namaste. We are trying to communicate to all the people that making ambali is to improve our gut microbiome. Earlier, we have clearly instructed that it is a drink, not eatable. The reason is very simple that it has to pass through the valve of the stomach into the celiac region so that acid rush does not kill the microbes. That apart, when we observed many of our patients have been cooking ambali in many different fashions, ultimately making the fermentation not completely aerobic. And we also did experiments. We got an updated version which we are going to demonstrate. We observed cancer patients, mentally challenged kids, IBS, including type 1 diabetes patients were recovering very fast and efficiently when they started drinking ambali the way we are going to show you. So please follow the instructions carefully. And we have fixed the amount of siridhanya as 5 grams equaling to 1 teaspoon in half liter of water for 2 people. This has given us fantastic results. And we urge people to follow this particular method of making ambali so that you will also get best results for your diseased conditions. This is an important video we want everyone to follow. So we'll be making it in Kannada, in Telugu, in Hindi also. You can find them in the description box below.
Hi everyone, we are back after a very long time with another recipe video, and it is none other than Millet Ambali. This is the evolved and most effective version as per my father Dr. Khadar. So let's begin. We are going to have 1 teaspoon of millet rava. You can use any of the 5 positive millets. Today I am using little millet rava. And the only other ingredient you need is half a liter of water. So these measurements are going to give us ambali for 2 people. So you can calculate and make the ambali accordingly. So first I am going to take 1 teaspoon of millet rava, and as is with any dish which we are making with millets, the first step is going to be soaking the millet rava. So I am using the entire half liter of water and I am going to soak the millet rava. So we're going to set this aside for 8 hours. I'm just going to cover it with a lid. So now we're back after 8 hours and we are going to cook the siridhanya to make it first into a ganji and then use it to make ambali. So here I am using a steel vessel because it's much more easy to clean compared to an earthen pot, but you can use an earthen vessel itself for the soaking and cooking of the millet ambali. It has just now begun to boil, and from here we are going to allow it to cook for exactly 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes that the ganji is boiling, and let me just show you the consistency. So it is going to be very watery, but a little bit of starch you can see has been released by the cooked siridhanya. So that's it, nothing else to be added, no salt, no other ingredients. We're just going to switch this off now and allow it to cool. It's been about 20 minutes now and the ganji has completely cooled down. I am now going to transfer this into an earthen pot. So now it is a must that we use an earthen pot because we want aerobic bacteria to grow, which means good amount of air needs to flow in and out of the vessel, and this is possible only and only in an earthen pot since it has many micropores. So we're going to transfer the entire content into the earthen pot, and for the same reason we're going to tie a cotton cloth over the pot and not cover it with a lid. To tie the cloth, we're first going to make a small knot at one end. It becomes a little easier, and we're going to cover the pot and use the rest of the cloth to make a round, and that's it. So now we're going to have to set this aside. Now that time depends on the weather conditions at your location. So in hotter weather it takes less time, and in cooler weather it can take longer. So how do you know how long it's going to take for the ambali to be ready? It is the same duration which is needed for making curd at your location in that season. It's been 9 hours since we tied the cloth after putting the ganji into the mud pot. It's winter in Mysore now, so it's quite cool. So we need at least 9 hours for the fermentation to happen. So now we are going to untie the cloth, and you can see that the ambali is ready. No, there are no bubbles or there is no sour smell coming from the ambali. There is no visual or smell indication to say that it's ready. It's just the time which we need to use as our guide. So it's still liquid. You can see how fluid it is and in a drinking consistency. We're going to transfer this into our glasses. So we started with 500 ml. So we'll be left with around 300 to 350 ml of the ambali. So 1 teaspoon of millet rava, 500 ml of water, and we have ambali for 2 people ready. So as you can see, I have emptied the pot along with the small amount of the rava which is at the bottom. The liquid and the rava together I have equally divided into 2 glasses. So there you go, it's ready. The best, most easy and very effective probiotic drink to set your gut right. You can drink the ambali as is, or you can add a little bit of salt just before drinking the ambali, a little salt to taste. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm just going to add little salt to taste to my ambali just before drinking it. Give it a nice mix so that all the rava which has millet rava which has settled below is going to be suspended, and there you go. I'm done. I had not yet had my breakfast, so this was on my empty stomach. Before anything else, I have had my ambali, and in 10 minutes I am going to have my breakfast, which is going to be yummy millet masala dosa. The recipe for this is also up on Millet Magic. Check it out if you haven't done so already. We'll be back with more interesting and tasty millet recipes. Until then, happy cooking!